Welcome back, Grade 6, to Nelson Math, Chapter 9, Section 7, Choosing a Multiplication Method. You have a number of different methods to choose from when you are multiplying. You could do mental math, pencil and paper, or a calculator. So with these different ways, I'm going to show you a few today. I'll show you at least two. But let's see if we can come up with some methods that make sense to everybody. So our first method here, 3.9 times 4, let's say I wanted to use mental math. This is like saying 4 groups of 3.9. So I'm going to rewrite it as an addition. You certainly don't have to do this. Uh, it is slightly time consuming, especially since I can't find the 9 on my keyboard. And 3.9. So I could rewrite it like this. This is accurate. Now I can collect all my ones. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 12. And I now have 4 of my 0.9s. So I could do 0.9 plus 0.9 plus 0.9 plus 0.9. Or I could say 9 tenths times 4. So if I have 9 tenths and I do 4 times 9, it's 36 tenths. 36 tenths, like that. Of course, by now we know another way of writing 36 tenths is 3.6. So I can rewrite that as 3.6. So 12 plus 3.6 is 15.6. So let's go through that. 12 ones plus 3 ones is 15 ones. And then 6 tenths plus 0 is 6 tenths. So we have 15.6. This method works just fine. Say, for example, that you wanted to use a slightly different method. We'll use this one right here. I could round my 3.4 to 4. And I could say 4 times 4 equals 16. But I know this number is too big because I increased my 3.9 to 4, which means 4 times I added a 0.1. So I have to take off 0.1 4 times. I have to take off 0 decimal 1, which I can say as 1/10. So I must remove 1/10, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10. In other words, I have to remove 4 tenths. So if I remove 4 tenths, my 16 minus 4 tenths, that would be 15.6. So let's remove this again. 0.4 equals 15.6. And I can check this by saying 15.6 using fact families plus 0.4 gives me 16. That's another method. I could also use yet another method. I could change my 3.4 into something equivalent, which might make it easier for me to multiply. So I could call this 3.9 as 3 ones 9 tenths. I could. Or I could rename my 3 ones into 30 tenths. So if I have 30 tenths, I could say now this is like 39 tenths times 4. So I took my 3 ones, called it 30 tenths, and my 9 tenths, I kept that as 9 tenths. So 30 tenths plus 9 tenths is 39 tenths. This is more visible when we look at, for example, a place value chart. So 39 tenths times 4. Now we multiply 39 times 4. So 39 times 4, if we do 39 plus 39 plus 39 plus 39, is 156. But not 156 ones, it's 156 tenths. So 156 tenths, another way of saying that, is taking my 150 tenths and making that into 15 ones, which I will type over here, into 15 ones. And my 6/10 I can leave as 6/10. So here are three different ways of doing all of these. If you wanted to do it on pencil and paper, go ahead and do that. If you wanted to line it up and use the standard algorithm, please do that. For a question like this, when you have a problem to solve, you are, of course, welcome to use a calculator. I would always recommend whenever you use pencil and paper and calculator, if you make a mistake on your input into your calculator, you will make a mistake on your calculation. So that's why I'd recommend always rounding and estimating first. 4, for example, if I rounded my 3.9 to 4, this would be 4 times 4. So I know my answer should be approximately 16. Approximately. However, if I had done this, if I had formulated it like this, if I had done 3.9 and I did my multiply by 4, if I had done it like this, and I accidentally forgot my decimal somewhere, and my answer comes out as, for example, 156, my numbers beneath this calculation for the algorithm would have a 1, a 5, and a 6. We might see it as 156. But if we forget to put the decimal, we're going to say, oh yes, 3.9 times 4 is 156. But it's not 156. It's 156 tenths. But we wouldn't have realized that because we didn't estimate first to say our product should be about 16. 156 is not close to 16. I would have to do my calculation over again or realize I made an error in my decimal placement. My 156 tenths, you know, to convert to ones, you divide by 10, or you move all the numbers to the right, as I showed you in the place value. So you would have to remember to put the 15.6 there if you made a mistake. These are some ways that, some mistakes that happen, which are very easy to fix. Remember, this is not about avoiding all mistakes. You can make mistakes. It's about fixing the mistakes and learning. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.